Hello and welcome to some more Twin Peaks theories. So these theories are around Audrey Horne. I've been thinking for a few days, trying to wrap my head around Audrey's scenes and how it all works into season 3. I started trying to break down all of Audrey's scenes, trying to segregate her scenes away from the rest of the show to see if that would make any more sense. But ultimately, it always brought me back and always intertwined with the rest of the story. So it seemed futile to continue to try and isolate Audrey's story. So these theories I start around Audrey, but they really expand out into just generic Twin Peaks theories. So I've rewatched a lot of episodes and read many articles, listened to many YouTube theories, and read some amazing comments from you all on previous videos. So I don't claim to be the creator of all these theories. A lot of them are just a combination of so many other people's thoughts. It's really awesome to do something like this. But here we go. Let's start with the simplest. So number 1, at the end of season 2, Audrey was in the bank vault and she was face first in that explosion. So we've heard a few times that she was in a coma. So perhaps she remained in that coma for the entirety of season 3. Very simplistic way to look at it, but an option nevertheless. One main component that makes me say this probably isn't correct is her waking scene. So when she wakes up from that roadhouse scene, the location she wakes up in doesn't look like a hospital bed or somewhere where you'd be in a coma. And then we also hear the noises of the lodge in the background. Okay, so theory number 2. Audrey's consciousness is trapped within the roadhouse itself. So I like this theory. So it makes a lot of sense as well. So this makes sense as to why she's getting, I guess you could say, community updates around certain characters that she's been told in a roadhouse. So Billy, Tina, and Chuck. It also aligns a lot with those characters, how they never reference Audrey in their conversations. Could the doppelganger have captured her and locked her away somewhere, then somehow made her consciousness move, trapped her consciousness that was separate to her body? This would make sense as well for the final scene as when she wakes up, that she's being held somewhere and the association with the electricity from the lodge and the doppelganger. So another twist on this is, could Audrey possibly be trapped in her father's hotel? So we've heard the noise that they were listening to at the start of the season within the hotel. And that was one of my very first thoughts around what that noise was possibly something to do with Audrey. Okay, now on to theory number 3. Audrey is trapped within a lodge. Either she's been murdered by the doppelganger possibly, or perhaps she was just trapped in a lodge, similar to how Coop was. So evidence for this is the noise when she wakes up in the strange location. Another point to mention here around the validity of this theory is the quote that we hear her say, the little girl down the lane, and also the arm repeats that to Coop. So could that be a suggestion there that the arm has been talking to Audrey or vice versa, or maybe they overheard each other? So there's a suggestion there that they are intertwined, and obviously that arm is in the lodge. So that is quite a strong one, I think. Okay, so now theory number 4. This is, I guess, encompasses the whole show, that Audrey is in a dream, that she is the dreamer. So the entire Twin Peaks season 3 is an event created in Audrey's dream. An alternate suggestion on this as well is that we might have multiple dreamers. So we see Agent Coop saying, "This is a dream." We also have Gordon Cole saying in one of his dreams that he was having a conversation, and one of the lines was, "We are like the dreamer who dreams, then lives inside the dream. But who is the dreamer?" So could this be Agent Cooper's dream? Could this be Gordon Cole's dream? Could it be a combination of all three of their dream? So then, therefore, did Audrey break out of the dream when she woke up? Did possibly Coop and Diane, when they cross that threshold into that vortex, into the other reality, did they break out of the dream state as well? When Coop woke up and read the letter saying he was Richard and Diane was Linda, was that the final state of actually leaving that dream world? So that is a really cool theory. I quite like that one. But I'm not convinced though. I have one more theory. I've previously mentioned this in another theories video about an alternate timeline and a parallel universe. So this is both those theories kind of combined. Let's say that when Audrey woke up from the Audrey dance in the roadhouse, she broke into another reality. When Coop and Diane crossed over into that vortex, into the other place, they also have left into another reality, the same as Audrey. when Coop tried to rescue Laura when she was taken out by possibly Judy, that she was moved into an alternate universe as well, an alternate reality. Now the question is, what is this alternate reality? I have two main scenarios I think that kind of work here. One is it's an alternate timeline created by Agent Cooper by stopping Laura Palmer being killed. So after Laura just disappeared, life continued on. Bob was never victorious, and this explains why Laura's house isn't where her mother is anymore. So this reality is just a different timeline. I think that one kind of works. So another theory behind not having an alternate reality here is, what if the suggestion of the dream comes back in as well? But instead of it being a dream as we know it, could it be a suggestion as a dream as in a TV show? So the viewers are the dreamers. So could the parallel universe be our plane of existence? I think someone else mentioned here as well that in comments that the audience has made a tulpa. I really like that point of view. So therefore, these characters are now in our plane of existence. So the Twin Peaks TV show continues on as it has been, and a few of the Twin Peaks characters are now within the real world, you could say. I really like so many of these theories. Many of them have flaws, but still, it's a lot of fun doing something like this. My preference is probably the timeline theory currently, as I think that one, in my opinion, makes the most sense. But let's wait to see if there's any more unreleased material we're going to get when the Blu-ray comes out. Perhaps we'll get a few more answers or some more questions, most likely. So I should leave this video here. As always, leave your feedback below. Thumbs up if you like this little theories video. Subscribe for future content. Got a few shows coming up in the future. Stranger Things and Exorcist as well, season 2. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, take care of yourself and come back soon.